Actually, this is the official entrance to Wildstorm. And as you can see, it's super dark in here. The lights are off. The walls are painted this dark gray. And
like we regained some of the faith. I think that the kids still like our work, but I know a lot of retailers are probably angry at us as a whole, and that's primarily because of our shipping difficulties. And at our last big meeting, we laid down some pretty severe rules and punishments for being late, and when we would solicit projects, when we wouldn't solicit projects, how much work had to be done before we even say that this project existed, and penalties for screwing that up. So next year you'll either see a lot of books come out in time, or a lot of people leaving Image as they get fired and canned. So I'm not two owners or whatever,
Live from the world's financial capital, New York City, this is Moneyline.
Marvel Entertainment fell 3 1/4 today, closing at 49.5. The reason, some people say, is because of what you're about to see.
I'm here with one of the top talents in the comic book business, Jim Lee. Jim, it's great to...
Are you ready for the eclectic one? AKAPAD is here.
And here we are. What is happening, everyone? Welcome to Lookbook. This is my show where we go through books. We go through books because books are insanely important. Okay, we like to read here. Okay, I got a new lookbook intro coming. Let's get a little closer. What I'm working on right here. Anyone that knows the reference can easily identify this as the Wintry Prophet from Evangeline Prophet or Prophet Evangeline. And this is not, this is official, not official work. It's borderline. I'm approaching it like it's a audition piece because that's just the way we do things here. We got some chats too. What is happening in our chats? We got Chris Hicks 1138, THX 1138 in the house. Everyone, Chris Hicks is this guy right over here. He is the writer, co-creator, co-writer, co-guy, brother in arms, my boy of Dark Hero. And what the hell is a Dark Hero? Well, I think I should kind of show you guys, right? What do we have here? I don't know if I have much arm lengthwise for Dark Hero, but I do have this piece right here. There you go. So keep in mind too, I post a lot of artwork. I post a lot of things throughout the day, but things cycle away from my desk area and they get into my scanning pile relatively quick. So that's I'm always struggling to show off some stuff. But look, this is Star Knight. Perfectly honest, right? I fucking hated this character. Hated this character when he sent her to me. I've read her, there's somewhat of a complete script. And I say somewhat of a complete script because I don't know. I don't view any script as complete. And just dismiss the character, right? And then I don't know. I would say in spirit of the old days, of you, like you're given something and it's your job. It's your job to make that whatever they give you. It's your job to make it sellable, to make it cool, to move it. Okay? Now, that doesn't mean look, these are unestablished characters, so they're liquid to a point. If the character is more solidified, that's way more challenging. I think it's always challenging to get a little bit of that vein for a character. We have a vein for Star Knight here, and I don't know. I mean, I kind of want to do like a call for like any artist out there that can draw women to some capacity. But I really want to try and find someone that can draw this girl, because we do have something very cool planned. So last night, let me just get into, because everyone's talking about Masters of the Universe, and last night we did this. I was going through this again today, like upset. I'm so obsessed with this. Okay, but essentially, this is what I'm calling. Okay, this is one of the greatest comic strips to ever like come through the 80s. Okay, it's not Steve Cannon, it's not Chris Valiant, it's not these other comic strips. Okay, Little Abner. The Masters of the Universe comic strip is it's phenomenal. Okay, it's mythology, it's lore building, it's its own thing. A lot of these stories are presented in a way that I believe only come off as a comic series. And to think that to think that this stuff only exists through a toy line, and that toy line was so powerful, so impactful. There's a lot to be considered when we talk about this. Okay. So we did that last night. And then previously we did a little bit of a Bruce Timm episode. And give me a second here. I have to get how do we get rid of my name on the bottom? I think that's an option right here. Show display names. Done. Okay. Hey, I'm learning this. You guys like the new lookbook too? Right. Why can't I can't point to that right there? Lookbook, new logo. I got such a cool lookbook intro planned out. It really is like a definition of reading and building a library of your own, which I think as an adult, the most important thing you can do is build a library. Like beyond saving money and building wealth for your children. But look, check this out. Like even on the insert art we have, look, Bruce Timm, 1985. So we might do this tomorrow night on Thursday, regardless of what's happening with Wildstorm Wednesday and Turtle Soup Thursday. Tomorrow night might be a triple stream. Maybe I'll do this for Friday. Again, phenomenal approach to a property right here. There's congruencies between this, the cartoon series, and the comic strip. There wasn't much of a comic book at the time, but when you look at this body of work, you really don't need much of a weekly or a monthly comic book. I really don't think you do. I think they were so good and so consistent with these. They are unmatched, and I would say, like, I really feel like they're they're missing a lot. Not doing this with the retro, with the vintage, and with the WWE line. They should be doing full comics to be included. They really should. So tonight we're doing this because everyone is talking about Masters of the Universe and how lack, right? I guess the position right now is lack of masculinity. There's no men in He-Man. It's a trying time that we are in, for sure. It's trying because this is a time of testing, and we're not really sure how we're being tested with some of this. we really don't. Quick note for the cover here. Animated series, painted production, packaging artwork, comic book, DC comic book series, modern day, and not really sure. And we don't have any artwork from the new adventures. I mean, this bothers me here. So this was during, I got this during my scurry to really collect these volumes because they were shooting up in price. And I think I got this for, at the time it was 70. I think I got it for about 30 on eBay. And I'm going to do my best to show off what I like about this. So the invention of the hero, this is like all you need to see when it comes to the appeal of Masters of the Universe. Male action toys are for those toys that have figures of people or monsters and various kinds of equipment accessories, such as vehicles, ships, airplanes, buildings, etc., that one uses to play out a story. 1981. So these are like these documents here. I mean, I think this is worth the price of admission right there, because it goes to show you that Motu and Masters is designed to a point to appeal to a very narrow category. And the category is the fantasy of boys, the fantasy of growing men. 2, male action category team from Mark Ellis. Subject, generic licensed male action figure. The purpose of this memo is to begin an investigation into developing a generic male action figure. First interpretations, right here. First interpretations. Boys are attracted to, here we go, earth-shattering stuff here. Boys are attracted to strength, fierceness, and superpowers. I mean, look, a part of why I do this, because these videos are tough for me to want to do consistently, because there's really no traction around these live streams. If these were videos, there might be a couple pops. So the videos seem to do better when they're uploaded versus a live stream. But I feel like it's my job a little bit to document some of these sentiments, some of these things that are somewhat fading away in the world. And I say sentiments in a very loose way. But this here, boys are attracted to strength, fierceness, and superhuman powers. Mothers believe that this is an acceptable way for boys to act at their hostilities, as long as it is accomplished within the realm of unreal situation theme. A large part of the time boys spend in fantasy play revolves around aggression. They project their own personality into the role of the good guy or hero. The good guy is always the favorite. He is powerful and he is inevitably triumphant in the end. He wins. About one half of boys indicate that they actually project themselves into play, pretending to be someone in the play situation. In the majority of these cases, the boy is usually a human-like character, either a leader or someone with special superhuman powers. In most cases, he also has weapons of super strength or is scary. The good guy or hero role. Okay? These memos are just incredible. Maybe some of the most important memos when it comes to the culture of the 80s. I love this winter one, right here. Look at this winter design. Again, they're just these are executives just trying to figure things out. It's so freaking cool. Here we go. When asked how these concepts could be improved, boys wanted more monsters, more shooting, guns, etc., blood and guts, gruesomeness, etc. I mean, figure attributes. Here we go. Okay, this is actually what I was looking for. Durable, would last long time. Fun to play with. Creative, allows my child to use his imagination. A toy my child has asked for. Holds my child's interest, can be played with alone. Good value for the money. Can dress in different costumes. Easy to play with. Has accessories that can be purchased for it. Is appropriate for my child's age. Has arms, legs that bend like real arms, legs. Encourages play with other children. Is part of a series of figures that can be collected. Other children have the toy. Has features that make it different from other toys. Is named after a famous TV movie star, other personality. Has a shooting feature, needs rewording. Has human-like appearance / features. Is a price I might pay for that kind of toy. Safe to play with. Has an attractive appearance, bright, colorful looking. We're in an age where this shit's dying, people. Consultors, knowledgeable wizards of Mutu. So here we go. I mean, look, everyone, I do apologize for the glare. I also do apologize a little bit for taking my time to get to the artwork. But really, and cheers. We got some iced coffee here. So the things I'm going to point out are just stuff that I like. I mean, I love partial artwork. I call it in the flow, meaning they maybe just wanted to see this, but we're drawing, we're designing the entire creature. D-Man, right? Skeletor was once Demon, right? Arms Man. Check out Tila. Dude, the Tila with the serpent headpiece. Dude, I always loved that. I always thought it was a little bit creepy as a kid. I don't know why. Got Evil Lyn, Trapjaw. Early concept drawing by Colin Bailey for Trapjaw, first called X-Man. An interesting note is that the snapping jaw feature was recycled from a big gym toy prototype called Iron Jaw from 1982. Often Mattel designers will reuse concepts that work well from other lines. Because we're in the business here. Okay? We are in, my the cable here for my camera, the USB cable, is getting in the way. You know, for a while, you know, I was really into reducing the glare. We may be best with one light though. Let's see here. Can we dim it down a little? Actually, it was dim. Dude, the many faces, different heads. Like, how cool. I mean, really cool. I know what we can probably do. We just put a kneaded eraser underneath. People, I've been doing this for a while. I know all the tricks. There we go. Look at the detail, too, for Stratus. Stratus or Wingman. Here we go. Very early concept sketch by Mark Taylor that has a direct influence for Castle Grayskull. Originally called the Dwell of Souls, this concept introduced the skull-shaped entrance, as well as the idea the castle sat over an interdimensional portal. The only concept from the Dwell of Souls model to make it into the final toy was the sticker sheet for the castle dungeon showing beasts and monsters crawling out. The castle blueprint, released in 2015, named this dungeon grate Entrance to the Dwell of Souls as a homage to the original concept. This drawing was not actually created for Motu, but was created earlier and then incorporated into the line. The name Dwell of Souls was not part of the original storyline, but it was name Mark had in mind. It was the name Mark had in mind. So here we go, people. Oh, we got boys and girls. We got total excellence, totally excellently in the house right here. We gotta follow. We gotta follow this guy right here. I'm just not pointing. Like, why is my pointing so messed up the last two streams? My pointing was so on point, pun intended, for a while. But right here, it's K5. We got things brewing too, which I absolutely love. AKAPAD Army coming in strong. He-Man. Oh my god, dude. Itsuki. Happy birthday. Holy shit, man. I feel like we should have done the stream or something. Hopefully you're like partially drunk right now. Skeletor's design is just perfect and needs no redesign for any future reboots. Yeah, I mean, like, let's see if we can get a little bit more of Skeletor. And look, this whole thing, like, these books, the format for these books is so crazy. I'm trying to kind of get it so that we can see some of these really nice vehicle drawings. But look at the spread. Well, good. Hey. Productive day is a creativity's alcohol, right? I always make fun of like platitude creative advice like that, but no, dude, like, happy for you, happy that it was productive. I've been on a little bit of a run myself, which I'm like very happy for. But it took me a little bit of time to get that rhythm for sure. So look at the, I mean, people, this is mostly alcohol marker work. Why did this not? Like, we're in a mess here. We're in like a complete zone that doesn't even. You know what it was? I moved my camera like briefly not too long ago to get it out of the way for something else. Might have been to do a that Venom live stream for Instagram. So look, just keep in mind we're like, if you're at Mattel, your job is to come up with ideas, use the existing catalog, use the existing parts, know what they have available from other toy lines, other failed prototypes, and you put things together to lower the cost, because making toys is not cheap. And we're already dealing. So, like, this is a little bit of my disappointment with this book. I thought this book was going to be more of what we're seeing here, but we're already in the hero line. This is the end of the line where they were going to go back in time. Again, time travel kills everything. And there was going to be dinosaurs. Hero was going to replace He-Man, which is fine. But look, I absolutely love. I mean, like, going back to some of those early memos, colors. You got to make things colorful, okay? I'm big on that. And look, some of these designs, like this guy's almost like a precursor or an idea for like Too Bad. Most of these are unproduced figures, which is great. Early design for Blast Attack. I always loved this dude. Late toy promotion and production painting for Twist Toy. So a lot of like the battle to stay relevant. A lot of that battle is really, to be in the rhythm of like you're introducing enough strong concepts quick enough to maintain interest. Okay. And we see that dwindle with Motu. Okay. Like Motu dwindles eventually because, I don't know. Like, I don't want to say they run out of ideas. Okay. They had so many good ideas, but the market got so competitive. Motu just faded. I mean, maybe like the first Ninja, though, right? Ninja. We talked about him last night. Ninja might have been the first like Ninja character. I don't know if he predates Storm Shadow, because technically, I mean, Snake Eyes was a saboteur, but whatever. I love this. Left side heroes, right side villains. And look, everyone here. So, like, if you were to do a line outside of some of the usual suspects, you get Scareglow, you get Ninja, and then like everyone else is kind of up for grabs as of new interpretations. I mean, you will always get Beastman, Triclops, but everyone else, it's funny. Jitsu, Blast Attack, Ninja, Hordak, Horde Trooper, right here. Absolutely love the Horde Trooper. Multibot, right? I don't think we've seen any, like, right? Did he make it into the 2000 series? I don't think so. And now we're dealing with the actual production artwork. So, like, this is where there's physical toys. They're taking very, like, well-lit pictures of the toys, and they're producing artwork to go with the packaging. So this is not so much production artwork. And here's Hero. Like, so he came back, right? I think Classics honored him. Unproduced toys. So we really see where it was what they would call like pre-Eternia. And this was supposed to have continued the toy line. No, like, was Mattel a little bit like the dwarfs in Lord of the Rings? Like, did they dig too deeply, too greedily with She-Ra, and they kind of confused the audience and they split that line? But She-Ra was big. I I recall She-Ra was huge. Create a character contest, right? I mean, the fearless photographer, right? This got definitely he got the treatment for the classics line, and the classics line really brought in like all of the, so much of the fan theory, so much of the the classics line is just, again, the greatest of nearly everything regarding toys goes to Motu. The classics Motu figures might be the greatest toy line ever. We gotta say. But look at some of these gimmicks. Look, the leaf guy, and he would just have the armor and he's just like snapping on around him. You can see the pegs for this stuff just breaking and snapping and just not working. Like nowadays, probably magnets. I know this guy came in through classics. So these are just a lot unproduced figures at this point. Packaging art. So this is the other thing. I thought this entire book would be all of this when I first purchased it. So like you can see that there's a lot of other stuff in here. I don't know, stuff that I'm not so much interested in. But here, let's read. Original package art for Castle Grayskull by Rainey Aboro. Note that Skeletor is placed inside the drawbridge. At the time this art was created, there was no storyline yet. Then the artist assumed that the castle belonged to Skeletor, as his entrance mimics Skeletor's face. So Skeletor's like right here. Kind of cool. It's got the flag that came. You guys can see that. Yeah. The flag that came with the playset. It's like a sticker flag. Never flapped. And that's it. That's what we get for the packaging. It's insane. I mean, all of these should be spreads. Look at that. I mean, but come on. I mean, why aren't these like posters, canvas art prints? Why isn't there more of a push to make this available? Because the packaging artwork is as much of a legacy as anything regarding Motu. Look, you can see like the introduction of airbrushing here. Like, but look at that glow. That glow over that horizon is so freaking sweet. I always like the texture too. Like the oil, or like they were maybe acrylic, but the canvas texture really was like noticeable even on the package. I remember staring at that as a kid, and here we go. Most versatile illustrator in the universe. Who's Stone? He did a lot of the mini comics. But like that's it though, everyone. Like we're at the mini comics. We have the whole mini comic book here. Bruce Timm art. I mean, like here's the thing. If Bruce Timm never did the Batman animated series, we wouldn't care. We wouldn't care that that he did any of the Motu comics. And then we're at Sunbow now, and like I'm less excited about this stuff. Less excited, cause I don't know. I just feel like animation. Look at the spiked mohawk for Hordak though. This is fucking cool. I'm just going to steal that. Leader of the evil Hordak. Early concepts. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, we're interviewing a voice actor now. But where's all the storyboards? Like that's the real tutelage when it comes to any type of animation art book. Like layouts are okay, like concept work. Yeah, I'm so much bigger on the concept artwork than anything. Like this has a weird gimmick. I'm not even sure what this is. So I guess we can just put these two guys anywhere. I'm not really sure. Just stick that there. I mean, the background paintings, always phenomenal. Great colors, though. So there was a collection of posters that were available in the Mode 2 magazine. The covers for the magazine, too, absolutely phenomenal. And again, I would have liked, like all the magazine covers should be in here. They try to be too broad, okay? And these are so well rendered, like you can just stare at them for hours. For hours. This Hordak one, though, I always wanted this. Like, I just wanted this as big as possible. I mean, look, he's got the clip-on bat from the toy, but we're rendering this real. Last night I made comments about the three-headed dragon of He-Man's adversaries, Hordak, Skeletor, and King Hiss. And look, we're doing a good job here, like showing off some of the magazine artwork. I give them credit for that. I just wish there was more. I wish there was more of these, the collection posters, the preview posters. Like more concepts from these. And I get it. Like some of this stuff may not have been available. So now we're at movie. We're moving towards the hero push. We can see, we have Surad, Gwildor, and then like we're bringing in the dinosaurs, and then the very short-lived DC comic series, the short-lived Marvel series. I've already done the video on the Masters movie adaptation, the comic strip. So like they try and be broad, but yeah, I mean the children's book artwork, those are worth tracking down just to have like those available. 10 posters to paint and color poster book. Really cool. And like you kind of want things like, and so here we go. We're okay. I'm stopping my train of thought. So we get into the motion picture. Okay. We get into the motion picture. Phenomenal artwork, though. Okay. Where it says Skeletor plucks a severed head off one of the poles behind his throne and tosses it into the mouth of Ogre, which swallows the head in one gulp. No. Here we go. Highlighted dialogue by Skeletor. Kill the refugees from Eternia and bring me their heads. No killing, no heads. I got this hanging up, by the way. I'm very committed to the Mode 2 movie because it swung for the fences. So, William Stout, okay? He's the one that I really feel like broke the ice visually for what this movie was. There's some key artwork here by him and Mobius that did not make its way into the book. You can easily Google that. It's very upsetting. Film concept artist Claudio Mazzoli. Look at this. And then like that's it. No Mobius. There's no Mobius in here. And then we got the New Adventures, which I also would have liked to have seen more of. Like shifting times. They kind of did this series against type, against a lot of the other stuff that was out in the market in the 90s, where everything went big, bulky, gritty, darker. They kind of went colorful and sci-fi. the models for the figures aren't really quite bodybuilders. They're more athletic. They try to do something different, despite what this book might say. 2002, the collection reborn. The 2002 work deserves a book of its own, going into the Image comic book line, which is really the best comic book run. MV, right? MVC Creations, MVC, colored by Val Staples, right here. So Val was really big on the He-Man.org forums. They would do a lot of contests. They kept the property alive for sure. Robert Kirkman wrote one of the best Motu stories, which is the Trapjaw origin. And I really feel like, and look at some of these alternate covers. Like the Boris Vallejo one, I think this became a chromium poster too. Just jaw dropping. I mean, Boris Vallejo and everyone else pales. I'm sorry, pales in comparison. Even the Drew Struzane work. Like here's the origin of Trapjaw I was telling you about from Kirkman. They tried to create a through line with the mythology. Opposite Dane Brenton right here. I'm not even sure what this had to have been an alternate cover. But yeah, a lot of the biggest people in the game came to do these covers because everything was an 80s property revival. You had this, Thundercats, G.I. Joe, Bruce Timm. Look at that. Jeez. Straczynski just lost it in my eyes. He just fucking lost it. Growing artist here, right? Every time you see Bruce Timm, it gets better. Every time you see Bill Zikowitz. I apologize. Zikowitz. Every time you see Zikowitz, it gets worse and worse. Then we're at the newer line executing. I mean, like, there's hundreds of concepts from the cartoon series and everything else that has still yet to be brought into 3D form. Hundreds. There's so many tangents and variants and variables that they can still do. Not hundreds. Maybe. I could be. So, like, this is someone that, like, this is, like, okay stuff. I just really wish that they would use this space for more of the original. Yeah, or, like, pour it all in. Like, and who cares about the Stan Lee Motu mashup? Who freaking cares? Should never have happened. The maps are kind of cool. This is just too much. See, everything, the Horde Empire. This is where I get it. You got to continue telling your stories. You got to keep going. On an editorial level, your job should be not to allow this because it's too vast. It's too much. It's not believable. It's not. This is kind of cool. The cross-section drawing of a Castle Grayskull. Yeah, and then, like, we get into the new stuff. I mean, you see, like, the degradation of modern art. It's just pathetic. I mean, these are all of these interiors are not. This is why I push. Is this Joe Mad? By the way, it looks like it's Joe Mad, but I know it's not. I know this is for the most powerful game in the universe. I mean, come on. I mean, I like some of this stuff. Some of the social media posts are kind of cool. Return to DC Comics. So we got Dane Abnett here, right? Guardians of the Galaxy. We owe so much to him for Guardians. Warhammer 40K architect. Got Popmon over here who came up through the School of Liefeld. I mean, like, this looks cool, though. I just feel like there's a loss of intent when it comes to a lot of this newer stuff. Complete loss of intent. Variant cover by Darwin Cook, R.I.P. I mean, if you got She-Ra assisting He-Man in the background, you gotta have Hordak over here somewhere. Make it a fair fight. I'm not sure what this is. Exploratory artwork. The following pages contain exclusive, never-before-seen inspiration art for potential upcoming Masters of the Universe projects. Television, ? Video games, ? Fever Dream, ? All the above. He-Man won't say. He guards his secrets closely. Some of this looks like movie design work, right? I mean, some of this does look video game. But geez. I mean, we'll know Friday. If it's not like a straight up pop, this is just too Halo. Look at here. This is too Halo looking. Concepts for Skeletor. I get it. You gotta push it, you gotta explore it. Just call it something else at that point. Look at Beastman. All of this looks like video game concept artwork. But there you go. I mean, there's a lot here, right? From like 1982 on. There's so much here. I kind of wish, I'll say it again, the earlier stuff is absolutely the best and most interesting by a mile. I mean, including this page here too. The Bulb Buster is an early concept for Bashosaurus by Ed Watts. For the Bashosaurus. Early Eternia playset. Yeah, like they kind of extrapolated this for the eventual release. I just love how it's like silver almost. Buzz off design work here. I mean, like we can go on and on forever about this. That's the point. It boggles my mind that for the movie we don't get the William Stout like God Skeletor design work. No Mobius. Like what? Like what are they thinking? I mean, you don't include that if you're not going to have that. I mean, and some of the stuff. I mean, I love Tila here with that like skull cap. Just really cool stuff. But these perfect for Skeletor soldiers here or like minions. Early designs for Beastman. I get it. Look, I like the idea. I like the approach of changing things for adaptation. I think it adds to everything. But yeah, you still have to echo what the truth is, what the source material is. Like, like here we go. So like this goes to show you. I mean, like they knew that the story was going to be modern day for sure. But look, New York, like visiting the past American history. Like they're tagging this scene. They're tagging this to be in modern day. And here we go, like the powers of Grayskull. So featuring She-Ra and He-Man. A late release knitting pattern booklet for the Powers of Grayskull line, featuring one of the only appearances of Hero, the most powerful wizard in the universe. artwork by Errol McCarthy. So they really were. I mean, they were transition. I mean, they were trying to move the line into something that would pop, something more interesting. It's there. Everyone, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I love you.
Are you ready for the eclectic one?